Okay, listen, I'm really sorry about this one. I wanted to watch this, but so I don't know if you knew this about me, but when I was a kid, I wanted to be a girl, and
What?
I know, it's fucking sick and fucked up. I'm seeing a psychiatrist about it. I'm being prayed over. I'm almost cured now. But I saw this. Totally Spies was a series. It was about three girls who are all good friends. They hang out in California and they're spies and they have fun and they have a nice time. And I saw this and I was like, gender. And then I didn't do anything about it for a long time. And then I really wanted to watch this film because
and then you decided to inflict
friends.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because
that's the thing.
because they're just like us. Because they've got the smart, capable leader, Sam, and then they've got the physically adept one who's tough, Alex, and then they've got Clover, and her power is that she's just really horny.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
noted
that's
that.
kind of like us.
I did notice.
This is everything I've ever wanted to be.
all you need is three best friends.
Totally.
It's another episode of Kill James Bond. I think this is a bonus, so I don't even have to introduce us.
It is.
We're doing deep, heavy fucking psychoanalysis today, because long-time listeners will be aware that I have a thing for American blondes. I cannot say no to them. Like, all four of my, major previous girlfriends have all been American blondes. There's a serious chance that this is where that started. Like, seeing this program as a teenager, being like,
But the thing is,
gender.
we'll get to this, but Totally Spies the movie seems to be something that just has a few little landmines in there designed to awaken things in its viewers.
Yes.
Subliminal messaging.
Yes. This is a movie for children. It's a cartoon. It's a French-Italian co-production. The EU, I assume, spent 350 trillion euros on this to do soft power and sort of culturally compete with the United States.
And also Japan, because it
That's right.
desperately wants to be an anime.
Yeah.
It's
yeah, yeah.
really try. It's the one-anime.
Yeah, it was very anime.
Yeah, there were a lot of little anime references and anime jokes. But so they gave all of this money to a single French-Italian man, and he went, right, gotcha. What if we made a movie that really had a surprising amount to say and also nothing at the same time?
I think the series came first. I think the series came up first, and then this is kind of the origin story movie.
Yeah, this is like a prequel movie.
It's surprisingly late too. This is 2009, which I thought it was older than this. But I've said this before on this podcast even. I'm sick of reboots. I'm sick of soft reboots. I'm sick of origin stories. Everyone knows that the Totally Spies, Sam, Alex, and Clover are three best friends who live in Beverly Hills and they fight crime for a secret international organization called Whoop using a series of gadgets. Everyone knows this. We don't need
That's right.
a half hour of origin story to be like, oh, and here's, a glup shito or whatever. And yet, so we begin in...
To be fair, though, to be fair to them, this is a 75-minute movie.
That's true. There's very little meat on this.
It's both so short and it could have been so much longer because there is not a single point in this movie where it is not moving at 100 miles an hour. There's absolutely no opportunity for anyone to breathe. There's no pause in the action because it's a kids' movie. You have to keep the fucking kids entertained. And frankly, that worked on me. So
yeah, I bet it would have worked at the time. I bet if you took your kids to see this in 2009, would have entertained them for kept them quiet for a week or something.
Look, I'm pretty sure I used to watch Totally Spies as a kid. I'm watching this. I was like, fuck, I recognize a great deal of this.
And what did that awaken in you?
I know I did, and turned it off whenever anyone came into the room and claimed to be looking for something else.
I think I used my little sister's watching this sort of excuse on it.
But so we begin in Beverly Hills where there's a concert for what I initially thought was a band just called Rob, which was would be weirdly topical. I could believe that now, but it is a guy, Rob Heartthrob, although he mostly just goes by Rob. And I mean, this is European cultural outreach, right? This is why the EU paid 350 trillion euros for this movie. It's because French people will be on their knees in an arena for a guy called like Craig. They love that shit. That's one of the best, that's one of their favorite things to do in Europe. But so Rob is about to go on and perform, but he is distracted and abducted. They sissy hypno him with a little beauty mark that he has that activates and makes him walk out and get abducted. Yeah,
seemingly by aliens. He's like whisked up into the sky and he misses his cue.
Yeah, the implication is that it's aliens. He's got a fresh new style, right? There's a bunch of like posters of him where he's just got like black spiked hair, but he's got like a blonde. What would you even call that?
A fringe, a bang, like swept down over one eye.
Yeah, one eye.
Yeah,
and dramatically the concert begins and they go to reveal Rob, and there's this like a sea of teenagers, and the big pod opens and Rob is nowhere to be found, and like someone earnestly faints in the front.
Yeah, perfect. It's great. And then we get the opening titles. I genuinely wasn't expecting metric. Gold, Guns, and Girls. But I guess they do kind of like, again, I think this movie is earlier than it is. And we see our three heroes.
And we meet Alice, Abby, and Devon.
That's right. So Sam is the smart one. She's the one with red hair.
Mm-hmm.
Alex is the like gymnastic one who's also kind of a ditz, and she has black hair. And then Clover is the fashion one who is also kind of a ditz and has blonde hair. And they've all just moved to Beverly Hills, where everything is like faddish and shallow and expensive. Like, I think Clover tries to buy some Chanel boots, and the woman at the counter goes,
"All you need to know is that they're too expensive for you." That is like so rude and so chic. I just love Beverly Hills.
That's great. Yeah, that's the vibe.
Yes.
That's the vibe. Yeah.
Looking at this, pointing at this and going, yes.
Yeah, Abby living her best life.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I think Alex is trying to join a gym, and she walks in and is like, "Yeah, do you do Pilates here?" And he's like, "No, we do sort of a water immersion cycling,
zero G weightlifting.
Sam tries to buy a book, and the bookshop said, "We don't sell books. We only sell like solid gold bookmarks because nobody reads." Like,
I was like, this to me is my understanding of California. This is what I think it's like. So
that's what it's like.
Having just gotten back from LA, if anything, I think they've got room to go more in this direction. I think it would be better.
If they'd made this movie a couple of years later, it would have been Shark's California Girls instead of Metric. But so, yeah, we see that Beverly Hills is, Beverly Hills. But above them, these three girls are being monitored by a spy agency that is sort of like watching them head towards the same place, which is a sushi restaurant with a big sushi roll decoration over the door. And through a series of like spy things, like a guy calls in a missile, and for a minute it looks as if someone has called in an airstrike on the Totally Spies to kill, like on his own position, like danger close, fully like don't let them dishonor me or this uniform mode, to like end the movie 5 minutes in.
And Godspeed to that man. Godspeed.
That's right. What it actually does is it looses this giant sushi roll, which rolls downhill and like terrorizes people, and the girls have to spring into action together, not even knowing each other, to try and corral it.
Yeah, they end up running on top of it in a sort of cartoony way. They work together to stop it using their various skills of Sam comes up with a plan, Alex like executes the plan because she's the gymnastic one, and then Clover like has a fashionable belt that they use to stop it.
In the course of this, they also free a pig, like a pet pig, a small pig, which Alex immediately adopts. And to be fair, that is a Dev move.
That is an extremely Devon move. Yeah, no, I am kinning Alex very hard throughout the course of this movie.
I think all of us can just be like, yeah, it's just me.
Yeah,
sus.
Exactly, yeah.
The cast of Kill James Bond just pointing at the screen like Leo DiCaprio, being like, shit. Fuck, I've been seen.
Please send us fan art of us as the Totally Spies. I've never wanted anything more in my entire life.
Yes, me too.
So then they meet for the first time. They're like, I'm this, hello. I'm Totally Spies from the Totally Spies series. Let's be best friends. And
Again,
then
sick of origin stories.
Yeah, Sam has this great line where she says, "Let's go for ginger avocado milkshakes to forget about our emotions."
I didn't pull that, but I really should.
So good.
It's great. Yeah.
Right, that's enough of that. Fucking freeloaders. Head on over to patreon.com/KillJamesBond and sign up for £5 a month. If you want to listen to the rest of his episode, come on, you've got £5, don't you?